We're only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast the night changes. Everything that you've ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Even when the night changes, it will never change me and you.
Hello, Poly Parents. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Nicole. We'll be hosting this new episode of
The Poly 10.
It's so stressful having to balance out soccer and schoolwork.
This year, they're recognizing student athletes at the first Student Scholar Athlete Awards.
It's really nice to know us student athletes are being awarded for our hard work and dedication.
Let's go learn more about those awards.
They're amazing, they're wonderful, they make it happen, and I want to award them with this beautiful, beautiful Scholar Athlete Award. So here we go.
On October 18, 2024, Poly hosted a new event where they recognized their student scholar athletes for having an outstanding GPA of 3.0 or above. This event is called the Student Scholar Athlete Awards.
My name is Dr. Deborah Jellin, Assistant Principal. Being a scholar athlete is a huge benefit to our students when they're applying to universities because the universities like to see that the athletes can and have the ability to maintain a certain GPA and still compete for their athletic sport. The award is motivating for the student athletes themselves and motivating for other athletes on their athletic team as well, showing them that they too can compete in the classroom and achieve academically.
Valeria Alaya Ramirez.
My name is Valeria and I play flag football. Winning this award matters to me because it shows that I worked hard in both academics and sports. Advice that I would give other student athletes is don't stress out, don't leave things until the last minute, and ask for help.
And lastly, Tiffany.
My name is Tiffany Martinez and I play cheer. Things that help me maintain good grades in season is going to tutoring, doing my homework during lunch, and just finishing everything during class. Some advice that I would tell other student athletes are just to keep your grades up and just have fun. You're only a student athlete once.
Congratulations to all the awarded student athletes. Why do you have so many books?
I just checked these out. I plan to read them over the next week.
That's nice. I noticed not a lot of students have been reading lately.
If you're having trouble finding a book to read, let's ask Ms. Johnson for her book recommendations.
As learning shifts online, we wanted to see if the digital era interferes with students' reading habits. As a state, California is 49 out of 50 in terms of literacy rates. However, stats are increasing. Let's see what people at Poly have to say. Do you like reading?
No, I don't.
Do you have time to read?
No, I don't because of football practice.
Why do you think some people don't really have time to read?
I think a lot of people don't have time to read because they're always on their phones now, texting and on social media. So I think that gets in the way of them picking up a book.
Do you like to read?
I love to read. I think reading really impacts the rest of your life. It helps you discover new worlds, new places, new people. It helps you frame your sentences differently. It helps you think differently.
Do you guys feel like you read enough?
I think I do.
I'd like to think so, yeah. If you guys had advice for students who don't really like reading as much, what would you tell them?
I would say to read the type of books or topics that you like. So like if you like scary movies, then try scary novels.
I'd say try out different genres because there's a lot of different stories that you could connect with.
Do you think that you read enough?
I think I could definitely stand to read more.
And why don't you think students read enough?
I think students are distracted by their phones and just our world is different nowadays. It's kind of tough to quiet your mind and concentrate to read. So I try to give students that time in my classes, about 20 minutes at the beginning of class to read. And some of them are getting back into the habit of reading.
What would you tell students that don't really have time to read? Like, what advice would you give them?
Find an activity that you can be doing while reading. Maybe it's you're on the treadmill and you can listen to a book or read something, or if you have time for a comic book, read a comic book.
And Miss Johnson, what is your favorite book?
So my favorite book is called A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. It is about a witch who doesn't really know her origins, but she falls in love with a vampire. It's really a great story. It's actually written by an author who's a professor at USC. So if you do want something to read, this is my pick of the month, and it's called Stuck in Neutral by Terry Truman. And it is about a boy who's really intelligent. However, he's stuck in a wheelchair. People don't know that he can understand them. So it's really engaging, and I highly recommend it. If you want to get into reading, this is a good place to start.
Hey, where'd you go and why are you all sweaty?
I just came back from a hike with the hiking club.
Oh yeah, I heard about that over the announcements. Makes me want to join.
You should. It's a lot of fun. We should go check on how the club is doing.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Sierra and I'm Secretary of Hiking Club. What experiencing nature means to me is to look at all the different life and just take it in and take in the moment of where we are. I really like observing all the different things that nature has to offer, all the different plants, animals, all the different sounds, very different from what being in the suburbs has to offer.
My name is Benjamin Guzman. I'm in the 11th grade and I'm the Vice President of the Hiking Club. The challenge that we faced during the recent hike was definitely climbing up because most of us got really tired like maybe halfway through. Our first ever hike that we did was really fun and it went well. We managed to climb up to the top under like 2 hours.
Hello, I'm Mr. Valle, and I am the sponsor of the Hiking Club. My goal is to give students an opportunity to appreciate nature, experience nature, and ultimately to take care of nature. I am partnered with the Sierra Club, which is an organization based out in Washington, D.C. They were originally established by an explorer named John Muir. They fund our activities. They help with the selection of activities, including hiking trips, camping trips, backpacking trips. The next event for Hiking Club is a February 1st hiking trip to Malibu Creek Canyon State Park. I would also like to add that Hiking Club meets in the 10th grade center, room 212. We have many other teachers who are overjoyed at being part of the Hiking Club and being able to take students out to nature.
Whoa, those hikes seem really fun. It really motivates me to start my own club.
What club would you even start?
Well, I wanted to start a film club a while back, and now that the old one is gone, maybe I could start a new one.
I wonder how students are even able to form their own club. It must take a lot of dedication and passion in order to start one.
Let's go ask how these clubs are formed.
If you were to start a club, what would it be?
I would like to start a painting club.
I would like to see a Spanish club,
culinary club,
film club, and podcast club,
therapy club between students,
volleyball club. I would like to do a sleeping club.
Yeah, you should start it.
I really should. Why are clubs important to students?
Clubs are so important to students, and the reason is it's a social event for students. It's important for students to feel like they belong to groups and organizations on campus, and specifically also in preparation for college.
So now I just got to figure out, how exactly do I start a club? First step is that we need to find people with common interests. Would you like to join Sleeping Club?
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, I would like to join.
Step 2 is we need to find a sponsor. Step 3, we need to decide a time and location. So what I'm thinking is like, what are peak sleeping hours in the day? Obviously, we can't do it during a class. I'm thinking lunch. Step 4, we need to create a club constitution. All you need is to get the proper papers from Lopez, or you can find them on the Poly website. The 5th step is you have to get approved by leadership.
All clubs fall under the umbrella of the ASB. We support the clubs in their activities. All they need to do is let us know when they do their activity requests, and leadership will be more than happy to support them with what they need.
The 6th step is where you gotta promote your actual club. You can use flyers, posters, or you could even go to events. And after all of that, we finally have a sleeping club! This club was created for demonstrational purposes only. John H. Francis Polytechnic High School does not actually endorse recreational sleeping as a club. Good night.
Speaking of sports, did you hear that Cheers back?
Yeah, I seen some flyers about it around the school. They must be really pumped up to return.
Let's go find out how they feel.
After having a late start to the season due to coaching complications, the cheer team is back and ready to take on the year.
Hi, I am Coach Pena and I am the head coach for cheer. I decided to take the cheer coaching position because I was eager to make a change and uplift the school spirit. Our cheer team has experienced different coaches in recent seasons, and as a new coach stepping into this role, I feel the pressure of establishing a stability and rebuild the trust within the team. As a coach, it's important to create bonds amongst each other so that way they can trust each other.
Hi, I'm Coach Pili. I'm the assistant coach for cheer. Outside of cheer, I am one of the school climate advocates here at Poly. One of the big projects that I work on alongside with the community school team is the Thanksgiving drive and the toy drive. And it's something that I want to have them come out and help the community with us. And I just believe that if you want to see a change, you got to be the change.
Hi, my name is Deidamia Lujano and I'm your Poly cheer captain. A lot of people do think that cheer is just a sideline sport for football, but that isn't the case. After football, we go straight into comp. We also have basketball season in the same season as competition. We don't just do cheers. A lot of the things we do is dangerous, like stunting. You can get really hurt if you're not paying attention and giving your all. It's not just like to look cool. Like, we do love the sport and that's why we continue to do it. With being on the cheer team for 4 years, I have experienced a lot of coaches throughout the years, and it was pretty sad to see that we didn't think that cheer was going to come back our senior year. But we did have new coaches that decided to take on the role. It's not an easy job working with 50 girls. It's pretty hard, but with the help of them bringing us all together, I do see a good future for us. I'm hoping to enjoy my last year on the cheer team.
I'm glad they're back and they found the rhythm with their new coach.
That's a wrap on this month's episode, Poly Parrots. Hope you guys enjoyed.
If you have any questions or want to join Poly 10, ask Mr. Madrigal in room 93.
Remember to like and subscribe.
We'll see you next month, Poly Parrots.